3 counters for every removal. Well, that's one way to do it. Like, look at the... Bro, how is it not ending? Oh my god, never target creatures. Like, this will be super hard for them to remove, and as you can see, like, we completely dominate the board. The only question is, can they drain us indirectly? And this is their last turn. Yeah, they actually will block. No way, bro. We have mono-red player that knows how to block. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and you know you wanted some Abzan in your life, and today you are getting it. And I have to say, the new Abzan cards are pure fire. Like, those cards are inherently insane. Like, if you just play them, they're already good. And when you start combining them with other effects that work with them, this is getting ridiculous very quickly. The new cards are, of course, Severance Priest that hits the hand, discards a card, and basically even if they kill this, they don't get the card back, just a token, and it's based on converted mana cost. So if you ever played with those kind of effects, you know they're extremely good, and the creature itself also is a solid 3/3 with Death Touch. So it means that every red deck needs to respect it, and the next card is even more fun. Skirmish Rhino is extremely strong card. Not only it has very premium stats, it has also trample, but most of all, it drains 2 life from your opponent every time this enters. And guess what? We have ways to make it enter more than one time with Yathan Kirin that basically can bounce every kind of effect, and all of the Abzan effects are enter the battlefield, but also we can use stuff like Regent of the Mire and actually sacrifice small creatures to go for the bigger creatures. So we can go with Recruit, sacrifice it, get a 2-drop, which is, for example, Kirin. You can bounce something, play the Rhino again, then you can sacrifice Kirin, get the Rhino or Priest, then you can get the full effect again, and then you can sacrifice them for the final card on the curve, the Roadwatcher, that is able to get you a 3-drop from graveyard to the battlefield. This is instantly like 6 or 7 value in mana just by playing this card. So you can sacrifice your 3-drop, get this into the board from the graveyard, and then you instantly get the 3-drop back, just pure value. So this card is very fun in this deck, and we also have the Sieges, so we can basically keep pushing counters on the creatures. This means that basically every creature you play is always threatening. So guys, this will be a lot of action, this will be very fun. We will talk about the deck in the outro. Alright, and I nearly forgot about the Hydra, but you will sit in the game, like you will know everything. I really like the card, but we'll talk more in the outro. So guys, before we start, huge thank you to our absolute legend for today, Brakadaisical, our great member and also a veteran on the channel. So really thank you, man. I really appreciate your support. This deck is for you. I hope you will like it. It's a pretty cool one, and yeah, just thank you for being here on the channel. Like, it is appreciated. And with that being said, let's hit the ladder. Alright, so rise the... what? Abzan rise the past? I don't know, but we know that we have the Ooze, and that's probably the last thing they wanted. I'll be honest, this is kinda risky because they might remove it, but it still forces their whole turn, and then we can go with the Hydra, then we can go with another Hydra. So I think even this is good enough, and we can always get the Ooze back with Roadwatcher. Okay, interesting. Do we want to exile it? We don't have good care for this. So in all honesty, I could go for double recruit. Now if they target, they are done. Bloodwitch is very strong, so they will start to drain us. Oh man, how do we do it? Warden is good value, man. Warden is really good value. And the faster we play it, the better. I will risk with the Hydra for the content, because I know you guys definitely like it. I should probably attack first. No reason to attack, you know. Like, no reason to give them full information. But now the Hydra is going strong, so they probably should play removal. And here they are, with removal. Interesting. So if I play something, Hydra dies. that's the current situation. I think I go with Voice, and we keep the green mana. Yeah, this is pretty good curve. Is there any reason to attack first? Honestly, probably not. And they might have something that... well, not in those... what? Oh my god. Alright. Oh, put 1/1 counters on card name. Alright. Here's your card name. Warden of the Grove. I'll fix the bug. So, do we go for an extra creature? I really want to be honest. I really want to. Like, it's so annoying for them. Now we can swing with everything. That also what? Okay, that was blocked. I was like so bamboozled. We can get rid of this, but I'm not sure if we want to. I want to. We know they don't have place, so this is Rise the Pass probably deck with like you know, a lot of sacrifice effects. They basically shuffle those creatures and then get all of them for, you know, like game-winning combo. I think that's the situation. Right now they can never remove our creatures during our turn, so oh my god, we're kind of playing a mirror a little bit. But man, they will not like what is going on here. So how can we attack? We don't have too many creatures for Ooze. I can just go double Hydra. This will be super strong. I can also... yeah, I think we just go like this, guys. Oh, I only have 1 green mana. So that means we go for the Hydra. And that means we can put some counters, which is super cool. I mean, yes. What? That was wrong oh my god, that was not the right creature. But yeah, this one triggered, so the counters go on this one. That was an awkward situation. I think we'll wait 1 turn, because we can scale like crazy out of this. Yeah, the creature endures. Alright, I need to remember it. Voice of Victory. You can see that we kinda have similar idea, but we are going with the Hydras. I wonder if they have removal. Okay, so we definitely don't want them to attack. They will create a ton of creatures, they will get a ton of life gain, and then, you know, stuff happens. Basically, stuff happens. So instead we'll play like this. And now we endure a ton of creatures, and they don't have flying, but that's fine. Yeah, let's just create a spam of creatures, because now we will start getting huge advantage over them. And on the end step we also get 6/6 Hydras, which will make attacking way easier on the next turn. And with Kirin we can basically bounce Recruit and play it again and get another... oh man, the Rhino is not good enough, bro. They have more mana than us, that's a bit of a problem. You see that we are super clocked in the hand. We could use like 15 mana right now. Voice of Victor, that would be a huge drain. We need to kill both of them, that's for sure. Yep, here they go. So they will be at 26. What? Oh, I mean it will die later. Alright, so how do we deal with this? I think we go like this. We also get something in the graveyard for the Ooze, which is super nice. I will risk the Ooze, just not to lose anything. Yep, that will be a ton of damage, but we can life gain a little bit and they are losing the board. And we also have the Kirin. I forgot to play it, I'll be honest guys, alright, you can make the comment. I was so busy counting the damage that I actually didn't play Kirin, but I don't think it will make a ton of difference. Like, we blocked everything anyway. And this is actually better, right? Because we will surprise them with this burst of damage. 30 is a lot though. But now we have Hydra. Man, this has flying. We can actually try to pump it to Absolute Oblivion or just get the tokens. Yep. And now the end step. I'm not sure how exactly. I think I'm drawing the card with this. If I get a land, it's so much more important than... oh man, see, exactly. Okay, this helps a ton. This helps a ton. I think we just go for this. Flyer with ton of damage is amazing, but I think we can just work with, you know, rushing this. We also can hit the last card, but we don't have too many plays. Alright. I think this might be the turn to go a little bit all in. They won't block with Blood Witch, so instead we go something along those lines. Kirin, we won't kill them in 1 turn, right? This is what, 8, 11, 14? Oh my god. Well, theoretically that's a ton of damage. Like 16, 19... over 30 damage, so they will actually have to block. But how do we do it? I cannot die as, you know, response basically. I think I will attack like this, guys. Oh, they have tramplers here. They have tramplers, huh? So it would be better to attack with Kirin instead of this, because it has more toughness. Yeah, let's go like this. I'm not sure if that's the perfect attack, but I will risk it. I think they will try to throw some Rhinos and stuff under the bus, maybe. Okay, they're not trading. Huh. That's a ton. Aren't they dead or something? Yeah, better. How do you exactly work? It's only their creatures, right? This you control. I think we just hit it right now. Every damage super matters. And we have 2 blockers. They can counterattack, but not super hard. Priest can hit their hand and Rhino can protect us pretty nicely, but then they get the Blood Witch synergies. To be honest, so far they don't have those. I'm considering because they have Rise the Pass probably, right? But I think it's still worth the risk, guys. I think Siege Rhino will help it on because it has 4 toughness, so it blocks completely one of the Rhinos. And now we can make new defenders, so I think it's better than nowhere to run. Like, this will be super hard for them to remove, and as you can see, like, we completely dominate the board. The only question is, can they drain us indirectly? And this is their last turn. So even with Rise the Pass, is that enough? I think it isn't. Yeah, I think this is full swing before conceding. So we probably go like this. And do I want to kill this? I mean, why not? I will deal some damage, but not too much. I will go like this. I hope I don't need to care about this last Trampler. You know what, there's no way they're coming back from this, so we can just go like this. I know I'm over defending, but that's the only way we can lose. Alright, that's fine. This is what, 3 damage, and they have nothing. So I assume Rise the Pass now. But Rise the Pass doesn't get the Rhinos, so let's see. If they have the card first. Nope. That was a good call, man. I think we did nicely here. I think we still go with the Recruit. I think going for 3 mana play is like super greedy and we probably shouldn't do it. We really need to draw something from the top that isn't a land. That's the strategy. Let's hit the land for the turn. Perfect. I just need to name the card that is exactly what I don't need right now, and here it is. Rakshasa. Alright, that's not amazing for our opponent. Alright, this is good. This is a very good draw here. So let's attack with Recruit. This will make it so... Okay, honestly, this is incredibly good draw. Because right now our opponent cannot really target our creatures. And the tap land will hurt a little bit on the next turn. So we need to basically get 1 extra turn on this board. But whenever they target something, it's so annoying for them. Okay. Honestly, they shouldn't attack, in my opinion. Alright, we have a ton of 3-drops, so it should be fine. I can try to attack and get rid of the Slasher. Or we can go wider. At some point they can activate Rakshasa, but that will target a ton of creatures. So I think we just go for Priest and maybe hit Annex. They will get a huge token later. Oh, that's how it is. Oh, I see. Oh, I have to say, like, Rakshasa into Kaito is very annoying. I'm considering Kaito, but Bloodletter will force a block, right? So that's also not amazing. So they attack with Rakshasa. We cannot really block because we lose too much. They go Kaito and they will do what? This is also ability, right? So I don't think they can stun. I will go with Bloodletter. They have the mana to cast everything, so that's something to consider. Alright, I'll go like this. I don't want to be super aggressive because then I'm losing recruits and they're really helping us right now. Alright, so they're going for Kaito probably. I could give them a 4-drop. If I block, they trade 1 for 1, they get the token, but they don't get Kaito. This is a bit of a rough one. They might also go for this and start drawing cards, which is decent for them. Alright, here we go. What's the play, bro? Alright, they're going for the cards. I guess that's fine. We basically need to fight this, but with Bauble we can sneak a little bit of extra trade, so that's That's my idea. We can actually kill one of the creatures. That's super cool. Or we can try to kill both of them. Alright, guys. Oh man, I can go for this. This is actually so strong. Okay, this is interesting play. Man, if we go for this, how are they going through? Like, they probably aren't. That's the answer. If I go with the Priest, they will block with Slasher because it's a good trade. Yeah, I think we just chill for a single turn to make sure that this is activated. Oh man, Revival, go for it! We can just use them to chomp block if they go aggressive. And then on the next turn we distribute the counters and we Grim Bauble. That's the play, that's the idea. Every time they target our creature we get a ton of counters. Yep, 3 counters for every removal. Well, that's one way to do it. Okay, so they actually went with 3. We cannot block, but we can still attack once with them. But still, let's go for this. Oh man. So this will be a 4/4, 5/5. Now it blocks Curiosity. How many more do we have? I have no idea, man. I might go for this, and this is for chomp blocks. Oh no, let's go for the cool rabbit. I think this one is not decayed, right? Yeah, if I see the arrows right. Oh my, like look at the, bro, how is it not ending? Oh my god, never target creatures. Yep, and that's the bubble. Alright, what do you do? Counters. 3 counters. I can just kill Slasher and go above them. That's probably the play. Those die when... yeah, let's just go on this. Oh no, I don't... yeah, okay. I thought I don't have enough mana. I got scared just for a second. So that means we go for Slasher, we kill it, and we swing all, and they're dead. Bro, never target aggro 1-drops. Right, our opponent is going first. We don't have black mana, which super sucks, but we're on the draw, so we at least should draw extra cards, right? So that should give us the mana we lack. See? Exactly. Let's go with the fast lands first. I cannot play Grim Bauble at instant speed, so we don't need black mana on this turn. We probably go black into Celestia, right? Okay, this is the perfect target. That's why we have those bubbles. Yeah, and let's keep bouncing them with Kirin. That should be... yeah, we also have Bubble on the next turn, basically. So the game plan is to try to hit more removal than they have creatures. That's how we want to win. And this strategy works best if they have like 1-2 creatures. If they have like 4, well, it won't work. But of course now they have Cory, so 3 creatures on top of everything. So this turn it was basically 2 mana, 2/2 prowess, trample, haster, and on every next turn it's just 3 value. So as you can see, extremely good stuff for them. However, we can start hitting their spells, and that's something they absolutely hate. We could also go Kirin into Bubble. Ooze is really nice, but we cannot use it on this turn. So I think we should win this game, but we need to play it smart. And I'm not sure how to play it smart. The best curve is Kirin into Bubble. It also gives us blocker in... oh no, bro, never. Never do me dirty like this. I think this is okay. We have to kill this. Cory is just insane card that always gets you ahead. You cannot retrade against it evenly. So they will get probably like 2 extra creatures on top of normal 2-drop with this. So it's like 2 mana, 3 creatures. And I think we need to fight this whole, you know, value. Okay. Burst Lightning, of course. Because if they attack without Burst Lightning, easy. And of course, free creature, because they deserve it. I mean, they played their cards from the hand. I mean, I cannot imagine more fitting, you know, requirement for any kind of reward. So, what we really go for? Definitely feels like nowhere to run into something. I'm kinda scared of this, because this has prowess. But I have to know where to run the Slick Shot, right? I could go for the Ooze, pretend the... okay. I think this is the play. We also don't get pain. Oh man, this will be rough because they can probably kill it, but I need to take a little bit of risks. This is the turn when they want to unleash the rest of the spells, create a new monk. That's the only upside. Bro, they just have everything. No way. I really hope that they don't have another, but here we are, here we are. Let's see if they cast right now, because if they want the monk, and they do, they should cast it right now. Here they go. So as I exactly said, they will get 3 different creatures from this one card. So here it is about removal going 1 for 1. Okay, I can let it slide and let's see if they attach. They really should, like there's no, difference honestly. Alright. We'll kill the biggest creature. Honestly, we made everything we can, and because of Cory, we are 2 creatures behind. Those are exactly 2 extra creatures they got from this card. So as you can see, cool stuff, cool stuff. We need this mana. I don't really want to pain down to 3, but I think we will go with Recruit, honestly. Yep, here you go with another one of those. I really think we have to go like this. And we will be at mercy of the Shuffler. So if not Cory, if that was a normal 2-drop, we would already be winning on the empty board and top deck mode. But this gave them 2 extra cards, and both of them are, pro-asset creatures. The best case scenario for us for this turn, but we probably need some Rhinos. Alright guys, we need to actually... Okay, I know how to do it. I actually know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I need double black for this play. I need Sidisi. It feels weird when I will just say it's Regent, alright, from now on. So we go for this, and then we need to go for the Recruit. Because we need to go for the Ooze. If we get there, we should win. And I honestly think we literally cannot attack here. We can attack on you with one. No, I need to go with Ooze and just life gain as much as possible. This card will decide the game. If they whiff here, I think we can win. And that's an instant win. So our opponent was unfortunately way better. We don't need to show that we have green mana yet. I go for this. This is mono red. Let's check the priority. So they have Burst Lightning, which means we probably want to go with Kirin and try to trade against the Challenger or something. Let's see what exactly they will play. Usually it's... oh my god. Slick shot. Plotted. Let's keep playing so we don't fall behind here. Skirmish Rhino will be pretty good. Alright guys, this is where we need to shine. The Priest is super good here. It also has the Death Touch. I really want to play this, but I think we go with the Priest. It also can trade against, their ground forces. That sounded weird. Listen, it's ground force. Yep, as we oh my freaking god. So they will Slick Shot and triple spell. Bro. Just pure Grandmaster's hand. I wonder how he will play it. Probably hit all the spells on the face. I think it's Bolt Wave, honestly, because this is exactly the card they want to use. If we don't attack with Kirin, we force them to use Burst Lightning on Kirin, so I think this is the best deal. They will go for this probably. They see that we can get rid of a lot of value from them. This is already a ton of damage. But we have Rhino. See? We basically prevented 2 damage by, not attacking here. And 10 after this kind of insanity is honestly pretty decent. Alright, how do we go about it? I could play this into this and then use this on the next turn. But I honestly think it's just Rhino. Rhino is super annoying for them. They will cast spells after we block, so I cannot use Kirin to probably ambush them. Most likely. How do you work? Graveyard. I don't have 4-drop. Alright, I'm trying to piece it together because we have actually a lot of plays with this. But I think we just start with this. And let's start attacking. We have something on the ground, so let's start pressuring them a little bit. Rens Resolve. 2 cards. Red Cardo, my favorite. And I have to say, this is a very unlucky hit. They absolutely wanted to hit a land. You may until the next... the end of your next turn. Cool. Very cool. Alright, so they really want to probably go Cory, but it might be this. So they want to hit a land, play Cory into Burst Lightning. This will be 5 and Monk, so this will be 7 damage. We might actually die to this, especially if we hit, you know, the stuff. I will take 1 pain if I play like this. I definitely need something on the ground. Alright, I think I know. We'll attack them. We need to be very decisive here, probably. I can get this guy. Hope to hit a Rhino, which is better, but we can always hit Kirin. Alright, let's go Kirin. And I think I just go with the Rhino here. To be honest, it deals more damage if we don't bounce it, and next turn we are kinda either alive or dead. So you know what, I think we don't submit anything here. We just go for maximum power. This is also a blocker with flying, so that it makes their turn way harder. They probably want to hit land into Cory, into Burst Lightning on Kirin, and I think that won't be enough damage because we can block the Monk. See? Bro, like, you sure? Oh my god, they actually will block. No way, bro. We have mono-red player that knows how to block. Oh my god. And I think... No, it depends how they block, because we can actually go for the Rhino and replay it. We got a block from mono-red. So I think I just keep Kirin. And I don't want to take any damage here. Yep, this is correct, and this can be cast for blocks. Let's draw. Man, I'm drawing so many lands with this deck. Somehow. They are super stacked, that's why we needed to be so aggressive, because we literally need to raise them, and if not the Rhino, we would be at 5 and we could die. Oh my god, I didn't see you in ages, bro. They play the land, right? So, I think we block here. Because it's not about number of cards, they are dead on the next turn. It's all about tempo, and even if they had 20 cards, they still can use 1 mana of place. And we prevented 2 damage, and that's a good play, and that should win. This is still decent hit for them, but it won't be enough. Bro, that was a little bit too close for my taste, but we did it. Well, I hope you enjoyed those games. We showed the Abzan true power, and I think we can do so much more with this deck. Like, I think this is just the start of the journey. Like, you can make so many variations of this kind of strategy that it actually gets me excited. Like, I think you can rebuild this deck in 10 different ways, and all of them will work in different cool way. So yeah, before we go further, because I had like a insane headache today, so I was lying on the bed for half a day. I won't make this outro too long because I need to get back to myself. If you appreciate, hit the subscribe button, that would make the day way better. So I will tell you which cards performed and which were feeling clunky, and we will do all of this in a second, because first I want to say a huge thank you to all of our patrons that allow us to create content every single day. You guys are awesome. I cannot thank you enough, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm doing my best so we keep standard entertaining, and with new cards it's getting easier, so that's a cool thing. I really like Tarkir so far. And yeah, so first things first, the Siege is a very cool card, but I had troubles hitting it right. So in my mind this was like, if we have something that produces counters, because we have cards like this with Ooze, you know, the Recruit also produces counters, and we can also put a lot of counters with Revival, so that was the idea, and even the Hydra also puts the counter. So I wanted to draw a ton of cards, but somehow I never either hit the Siege, either didn't hit the creature, it got removed, something always going wrong. So I usually go for Abzan just to get the value, and it's very similar to Innkeeper's Talent. However, this was wonky. I think it's a solid card, but it just didn't hit the spot for me. This felt like it's too slow. Like, it's such a cool synergy. Like I mentioned in the intro, you can go from literal Recruit, getting like chain of value of few extra cards and like effects, and to this card, like this feels on paper so good, but but in reality I always struggle to just get more creatures. I didn't have time for this, but I think it's a cool addition, but probably not the main one. Probably if you go for like solid 2-drop like Voice of Victory, it might be good enough. Ooze definitely was always like the huge factor for the game, but unfortunately usually it died super quickly because it was like the game deciding card. However, I think like Ooze was really performing here. And let's go for the main Abzan package. Priest, Rhino, and Roadwatcher. I have to say, all of those cards are insane. Priest can hit Sweeper. Like, this is your basically, discard duress on top of a strong creature that also trades. And the fact that they don't get the card back is actually incredible. Like, the tokens are annoying, as you have seen, but they are not the same as the, like, playing a huge card. If you discard, 2-drop, it's just a 2-2 with no abilities, and they probably had Challenger or something. So not only you mess your opponent on the one card they don't want to get messed, and getting Monstrous Rage with this gives them 1/1. Like, what do you want to do to get? Like a 1/1 Spirit or a Monstrous Rage, So this card is absolutely insane. Rhino is the biggest part of this Rhino for me. Of course, the drain is amazing, but it's so beefy, man. Like 3/4, and the fact that you have follow-up means that if this dies, it's actually good for you. Usually you have your cool 3-core 3-drop and you don't want it to lose, Like, you want your opponent to never kill it, you don't block with this kind of stuff. But this Rhino actually is great at blocking, just taking all the hit from your face to itself, and usually trading against something, they need to pump it, then they kill the Rhino, and then you play the Roadwatcher, get the Rhino back, you live gain, so they actually didn't make any progress during the turn, and you got an extra 3/3 on top of what you had last turn. So all of those cards are insane. Revival was a little bit wonky, so I still like the card. I think it does so much for the cause. I never got to chapter 3, so, there's that. But I think compared to the Roadwatcher, is like the weaker 4-drop. So this could be probably replaced for something else. I still liked it. It creates so much problems for your opponent. Like, having a 6/6 out of 4 mana is already good enough, and because it's on 3 different creatures, it's very hard to remove for like control decks, and especially mono black. They cannot keep trading 1-for-1, and you get a ton of this. You can also distribute the counters differently, so you can make one strong creature so they cannot block. You have seen it in the game, so I really like the card. It's a ton of power, and the chapter 3 is probably my least favorite, but I'm a control player. I like free stuff most of all. But yeah, the Hydra. The Hydra is, as always with this kind of cards, hit or miss. If they cannot remove it, it takes over the game. If they remove it, I mean, you didn't get anything. But honestly, this is probably the best of the Hydras right now we have in Standard. Even the Gold Vein is probably a little bit worse, I would guess, because this takes over the game. It basically forces a removal instantly. So I honestly like this card. Even if it doesn't work, it forces your opponent to react, and that means your other cards, aren't as punished. In all honesty, maybe you should play 3 here and see how it goes, because you can take it with the Road Warden. Roadwatcher. Did I always say Road Warden? I think, okay, whatever. So yeah, basically I like the Hydra. It's a very strong card. I'm not sure if it's stronger than the other choices, but we are already playing maximum. The only consideration is Glissa, right? Because normally I would probably play Glissa in this kind of deck, but I wanted to showcase you new cards and, to see how they go. But Hydra so far definitely was a huge force, and it actually won us some games. Kirin is amazing in this kind of deck. Not only you get a flash speed creature, and if your opponent is tapped with Slick Shot, sometimes you get a block or a kill, but most of all you get so much value of those cards. And I also like the Recruit in this deck. Like, the fact it doesn't super synergize with the deck, but the fact that it's also 1-drop and 3-drop, and you have seen that it puts those counters, so my idea was that it gives your opponent a problem of this being on Zultai. If they target any of your creatures, you start drawing cards, it sucks for them, this kind of synergy, and I needed a good 1-drop that can proceed into like mid-game and late game. So I still think it is a very good choice. Maybe you should even play more 1-drops, but I just don't have room. Like, the deck has so many cool cards that, bro, I don't know what to cut. We don't really fight against bigger creatures. We only have minus, removal with nowhere to run, and Grim Bauble because we want to bounce it with Kirin if we have to. But you can experiment. But yeah, if you hit something like 6/6 demon, it will be a bit of a problem. We kind of want to outpower it with, you know, stats, counters, this kind of stuff, menace, or just, you know, sweeping the creatures between graveyard or switching between the graveyard and the board, so we get the maximum value and we get rid of their stuff, go super wide so they cannot block everything and just, you know, try to kill them. But maybe you can hit some removal, like go for the throat, but then you lose the bounce synergy, and we don't have too many slots for removal. Probably Voice of Victory can be removed. It doesn't have great synergy, but my idea was that it gives you this chance to force your opponent to play at sorcerer speed, and I really liked it because very often you like it messes you so much to lose this one crucial creature like Hydra, and moment they don't remove this and play something like Annex or whatever, then you can go Hydra and you know that it will always stay there, right? So I really like to experiment, but probably Voice of Victory could be switched to something else. We have a ton of choices like Bats, you know, more Ooze, like there are a ton of, like, also there's, I think, Melissa, right? The Celestia 3/3 for 2 mana that can protect creatures. All of those cards are a nice choice, but I think those are a little bit questionable. I would need to play more with Siege, and yeah, CDC is a bit too slow, like at least in this deck. It's probably more for like Ores of Sacrifice decks when you get the value from creatures dying, but I think it was a worthwhile experiment. And in the end I made the long outro. Who could tell? Like, story of my life. So yeah, I think we really need to wrap it up. So really thank you if you survived until the end. I really get excited when I talk about Magic a little bit too much, but I hope you will excuse me. You can tell me in the comments if you stayed until the end. And yeah, that's it for today, and really thank you guys for always being so awesome. Like, I really do appreciate it, and it makes making those decks so much more fun. So thank you for that, and see you guys tomorrow.